guys, what's up? KillJoy Jake here, and instead of having friends, I have horror movies. Today I got a whole bunch of big horror movie updates for you. We're talking about the Toxic Avenger reboots, a Puppet Master spin-off, the HELLRAISER reboot, and a brand new Aliens TV show. But before I get into all of this, I'm gonna need you guys to like this video and subscribe for more horror content. Alright, now let's get into it.
What's your favorite scary movie?
Well, I'm Pennywise, the dancing clown.
Oh, no, not the beast! Not the beast!
You son of a...
God, don't do that.
Well, sometimes that is better.
So starting off with the Toxic Avenger remake. It was reported recently that Peter Dinklage would be starring in a brand new take on the Toxic Avenger movies. Now I don't know if you guys have heard of these or not, you might not have seen them, they're a little more obscure than some of the other stuff I talk about on this channel. But man, are they weird. It's almost like if Deadpool and David Cronenberg had a baby. That's probably the best way I can describe it. And I'm really excited to see a brand new take on it. Especially with Peter Dinklage as the star apparently. See, in the original movies, the main character, he's just kind of like a nerdy dude that everyone picks on and kind of bullies him. So is that going to carry into this remake? And maybe they're going to be bullying Peter Dinklage's character because of his height, which would kind of give this movie a really dark and real twist to it. And hey, might even do it better, who knows? Overall though, I am super pumped to see this. I love Peter Dinklage and I love Game of Thrones. So whatever the guy makes, I'm gonna check it out for sure. Moving on to the Puppet Master spin-off movie. Full Moon Pictures recently announced that they were making a brand new spin-off into the PMCU, or the Puppet Master Cinematic Universe. If it's actually called that or not, I don't know. Introduced in the film Retro Puppet Master, Dr. Death is getting his own solo movie that's gonna be gnarly as heck. Arrow in the Head reports that the film is just going to be called Dr. Death, with a K instead of the C, because German. Now Full Moon Productions is a company that I don't talk about too much on this channel, but I really should. They pump out a lot of low-budget, crazy horror movies, and a lot of you think I named my channel after the KillJoy series. I'm gonna level with you, I didn't even know those things existed when I was naming this channel about a year ago now. But if you're looking for some crazy B movies, you might want to add some Full Moon Pictures to your list. The upcoming film is being described as: in this standalone shocker, a beautiful young med student is trapped in an erotic nightmare and must face off against the demon that inhabits the evil puppets. Oh boy, does this sound crazy as heck. I can't believe they're making another Puppet Master movie, and I seriously don't know how these things keep making money after what, 15 or 16 movies? Either way, I'm super excited to see another Puppet Master film. They're silly, enjoyable, and really ridiculous. Now we also got some news on the HELLRAISER reboot, which is something we really haven't been able to talk about recently. As I talked about in a previous HELLRAISER reboot update, Clive Barker's been trying to get the rights back to his book The Hellbound Hearts, which is what the original Hellraiser film is based off of. And as of yesterday, at least what THR reports, he won that case, meaning all future incarnations of anything Hellraiser has to go through Clive Barker first. Now I wrongly stated in a video from like way back when that it would kind of be a bad thing if Barker got the rights back. See, I just don't understand law all that much and how it works. But this is actually a good thing. This means that the new Hellraiser HBO show that's coming up soon has to get the approval of Mr. Barker himself. So that means we're not going to get something crappy that the studio just wants to put out to make money. As well as the TV show, there's obviously this reboot film that's coming. Clive Barker has to be a part of it somehow now. Ultimately, this is great news for the Hellraiser franchise. We're not going to get these crappy direct-to-video sequels that we got in the past, and things are looking good for all things Hellraiser in the future. If it's anything like those first 3 movies, I'm down. Now let's talk about the most controversial news probably in this entire video. The Aliens TV show that may or may not happen. So Noah Hawley, who's the showrunner of Fargo, which was terrifically done. If you haven't seen that, highly recommend it. Hawley might be in charge of a brand new Aliens series produced by Disney. God, that sentence hurt to say. Now before I go on my rant about how much I hate Disney and how they buy everything and ruin it, let's talk about how bad this show could have been, or still might be. Hawley said in a quote referencing this new Aliens show, "I know that there's an effort to reshuffle a lot of things post-Disney takeover, and it was a conversation that I had a couple years back, and I have not in the last few weeks been having those conversations about it, but I know that like any studio that there's a great desire to make the most of one's library, so I wouldn't be surprised to see something like that." So it doesn't sound like he's fully committed to anything yet, or anything's even in production. There might not even be a script yet. But Hawley's take on the Alien series is probably something none of us really want to see. In an article from MovieWeb, they talked about in a previous interview, Hawley had explained that his approach was to take the alien out of the show and see what's left, see if it's still interesting, then explore the human element from there. Beyond that, little to nothing was revealed about what his pitch for the proposed show may have been. Can I just be the first first one to say that sounds awful. Disney ruins everything. And if they ruin Aliens, I'm going to boycott Disney. I don't know how, but I'm gonna try. They're $1 billion corporation, but I'm gonna try and boycott them. What is this idea? It's terrible. This is so horrible. Why would anyone want to watch a show about Alien without the alien in it? Did you see Prometheus? It sucked. Why would they repeat that same mistake? It doesn't make any sense. Now, I really liked Fargo, but this idea for Alien sounds terrible. The characters in the sequel, Aliens, are all great, and it is a big positive for that film. But without the xenomorphs, it's not really an alien movie, it's just a crappy space movie. I mean, it would be so simple to have an Aliens TV show, kind of similar to the plot of Aliens, just have some people going on a rescue mission somewhere and they get attacked by aliens for a whole season. That sounds great! That would be awesome! But focusing on the human element, what does that even mean? What, are they gonna be fighting the company that they're working for? Because a lot of people died from the aliens or whatever? Who even cares about that? This news is so infuriating. I genuinely don't understand what those people at Disney are thinking. Disney does kids movies so well, the Pixar films are great, but besides The Mandalorian, they pretty much screwed up the Star Wars franchise, and didn't do too much for Marvel either. There is a place for that, just not in our creature feature horror films. So what do you guys think about all this news? Tell me what you're most excited for in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching my video on all of these upcoming things. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more horror content. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter at KillJoyJake1 and on Instagram at KillJoy_Jake. And as always, don't forget to kill it out there, y'all.